I'm Khalib Thompson, and welcome to the weekly news roundup from Jamaicans.com on Caribcast.tv, covering January 31st to February 6, 2014. This week's episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Anisha Concepts, for small business graphics and web design, First Fridays of Florida, South Florida's premier Caribbean monthly social event, and the Jamaican Recipes app, the most popular Jamaican mobile phone app. Off the top in Caribbean news, an official from the U.S. State Department, Susan Jacobs, is paying a visit to Haiti to help the country improve procedures associated with adoptions of Haitian children by foreigners. The visit was prompted by the recent ratification by Haiti of the Hague Adoption Convention. About 50,000 children in Haiti live in orphanages, and some are trafficked to other countries. It seems Caribbean people are all over the televised U.S. competitions these days, and we are making waves. Nina Compton, a 34-year-old chef born in St. Lucia, currently of Miami, Florida, is the runner-up for the coveted Top Chef Prize from the Food Network's New Orleans season of that show. Compton says she's proud to be a role model and of her achievement as someone from a small island. In Jamaican news, Anthony Hilton, Jamaica's Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, suggests that the government will take quicker action in understanding the proposal by China Harbour Engineering Company for the transshipment hub on the Goat Islands within a few weeks, and then decide how to proceed. There will also be a greater effort to keep the public informed about the progress of the project. Both members of the ruling People's National Party and the opposition Jamaica Labour Party are concerned about findings in the due diligence performed on Energy World International, the preferred bidder on the building of a 360-megawatt energy plant. Both parties want to be reassured that Energy World International has sufficient capacity to handle the project. In Diaspora news, the Inter-American Commission of Human Rights has appointed Tracy Robinson, a Jamaican lawyer, to be the thematic and country rapporteur on the rights of women and LGBTI persons for the Bahamas, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Suriname. Robinson also lectures on multiple disciplines at the University of the West Indies in Mona, Jamaica. The Read Across Jamaica Foundation and First Book, Inc. plan to send thousands of books to Jamaica by May 2014. Representatives of the group, sponsored by the Diasporic National Association of Jamaican and Supportive Organizations, visited Jamaica's ambassador to the United States, Vivian Vassiani, in Washington, D.C. to describe their plans. 5 fashion designers from Jamaica will have their work on display at the 2014 International Fashion Showcase in London. The showcase will present the works of emerging designers Dexter Huxtable, Claire Requa, Ayana Dixon, Simone Nielsen, and Abena Gonzalez. The collection will be introduced on February 12th at an event hosted by the Commission of Jamaica in London. Joseph Clark, Jamaica's first and most highly ranked international umpire, is the first Jamaican to be named to officiate badminton at the Commonwealth Games since the tournament was held in Jamaica in 1966. The 2014 Games will be held in Scotland in July and August. And in entertainment, Grammy Award-winning musician Sean Paul plans to launch his 6th studio album on February 18th. The new album is called Full Frequency and will be released first on iTunes. It features cross-genre music and several top reggae, hip-hop, and pop stars, including Damian Jr. Gong Marley, Nicki Minaj, and Iggy Azalea. William Bunny Ruggs Clark, a pioneer of Jamaican reggae and the lead singer of the Third World Band, has died in Florida. The singer, who was arguably one of the top male voices to ever represent the island, had been ailing from cancer for quite a while. There has been an outpouring of support from the music industry and fans around the world. The 9 Mile Music Festival will take place on February 15th at the Miami-Dade County Fair Expo Center in South Florida. Headliners include Miss Lauryn Hill, Sean Paul, Damian Marley, Shaggy, Tess Sanchin, Chronix, and more. Performer Alba Rossi will take part in a meet and greet at the Reggae Run-In store in South Beach on Friday, February 14th from 4 to 6 p.m., promoting the festival and helping to give away an all-inclusive Jamaican getaway. On a side note, you're invited to come and meet me and the teams from Caribcast and Jamaicans.com at the 9 Mile Festival. We'll have booths there. In sports, the Jamaican bobsled team arrived in Sochi without their gear, which was lost on the flight to Russia. They received the clothes, sliding suits, helmets, and runners for their sled in time to participate in the second day of unofficial training. The delay has not dampened their enthusiasm for the competition, and they are ready to go. Horace Burrell, president of the Jamaica Football Federation, announced that as of September 14, 2014, all football coaches in Jamaica will have to be certified and have a JFF certified coach's license for all levels of coaching in the country. In business, politicians and experts on renewable energy will meet on the private island owned by billionaire Richard Branson to discuss how to transition various operations to clean energy. They will also attempt to find ways to encourage small island nations in the region to reduce their dependence on fossil fuels. Branson is the CEO and founder of Virgin Group and is hosting the 3-day meeting on Necker Island. And finally, a personal perspective. This week I have 2 topics to address. First, the boneheaded article titled "Tessan Mania is a National Embarrassment" from a Jamaican opinion writer disparaging the unifications of Jamaicans behind a cause because he seems to have class issues. I freely admit to the fact that we as media personalities use the names and likenesses of celebrities to garner hype for our own aggrandizement. But as Spider-Man's father said, with great power comes great responsibility. So when this Jamaican writer decides to take the recent victory of Tessan Chin to task, it is something I and many Jamaicans take umbrage to. The writer starts off by giving Chin her due props and saying that she deserves every success, but thereafter he launches into a diatribe lambasting the rest of us for spending time and energy in support of her success, seeming extremely resentful that the creators of this reality show have built successful franchises, and trying to convince his readers that Chin, who each week told us how much she appreciated the support of everyone from her little country, in actual fact did not give a damn about our support. Some of this writer's defenders suggest that he was trying to bring light to the poor conditions that cripple Jamaica's progress and keep us behind in world standing outside of everything aside from track and field related happenings. But all I read was another crab in the barrel that chooses to tell folks, quote, "If we are ever to become great individually and as a nation, we must stop supporting them, the privileged, and start lifting ourselves," unquote. If only this writer understood that the way we lift ourselves is by supporting others, by learning from them and sharing in their joys and successes and figuring out how to create our own in an appreciative and supportive frame of mind. We shouldn't only laud someone because they made it out of the ghetto. We should celebrate that Tessan, as well as the new crop of Jamaican stars, including our sportsmen and women, respect their own brands as well as brand Jamaica, represent themselves and the country admirably, and wave our flag high any and everywhere they go. If there was a positive point to be made in this article, I couldn't find it. This writer did not need to frame his argument in a way that cheapened the unification that events like Tessan Chin's road to victory brought to the nation. That anyone would tear down anything that brings a bit of joy and mental escape to the thousands of Jamaicans and diaspora members who found respite in these few weeks of collective excitement, that is the real embarrassment. I hope he finds happiness in his life and can figure out how to lift himself without the support of others. Until then, as my sister suggested, that article's author can go kick rocks. Moving on to a more newsworthy topic. We all lost a treasure in Bunny Ruggs of Third World last week. I won't rant about his voice and his intellect and his charm. I'll give him a moment to tell you in his own words about the approach to music that made his impression on music at large so profound, so powerful, so memorable to us all.
I enjoy being on stage for that hour and a half. I remember playing with toothache, headache. I remember when we did Sunsplash once with Bob Marley, I was sick. I got sick in London, and we were performing in Montego Bay, and I spent 3 days in bed. And the rest of the fellows had said, "Let's cancel the show," and I said, "No, we have to do it because it was a very important gig." And for that hour and a half on stage, I wasn't sick at all until the last note was played. I got sick again. So, no, and it's a serious thing. music and performing is a very powerful thing, and people ask you after 40 years how you feel about performing. You get butterflies every time, and I feel that if you don't get that feeling of anxiety, pack it up.
If you haven't seen our full tribute and interview, please visit Jamaicans.com or Caribcast TV to watch. As always, if you have an opinion, please share it with me. Email me at cthompson@caribcast.tv or post your comments via Jamaicans.com. And remember to come visit with us on February 15th at our booth at the 9 Mile Music Festival. For more headlines and the news in detail, visit Jamaicans.com and follow them on Twitter and Facebook. For live Caribbean TV anywhere in the world, order Caribcast on your Roku device, visit caribcast.tv, or download the app. I'm Khalib Thompson. For all of us at Jamaicans.com and Caribcast.tv, keep on keeping on. We'll see you next time on the weekly News Roundup.